Hey guys, welcome to my channel! This is the 5th episode of this Thanksgiving series where we cook traditional recipes and analyze the nutritional value of this holiday dinner. This video is all about potatoes, because we're making 2 different side dishes out of these versatile taters. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, or make Hasselback potatoes and sweet potato casserole out of them, like we are going to do today. First, we'll tend to the Hasselback potatoes. For that, we're going to use sweet potatoes as well as normal ones. After washing and drying the tubers, you want to place 2 wooden spoons beside the potato. This allows us to make several incisions without the potato falling apart. To give it more flavor, we're making our own seasoned butter. Put a generous amount in the pan. And after it has melted, season it with pepper, salt, some chili powder, cumin, and of course a clove of garlic mustn't be missing. Mix everything well. Now we'll coat the potatoes with our butter and make sure to get in every nooks and crannies. Then we can already bake them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius. After about 35 minutes, we'll take them out, coat them with the rest of the butter and sprinkle some parsley and breadcrumbs over the taters. Increase the heat to 200 degrees Celsius and bake them again for about 10 minutes to give them a nice crust. And our Hasselback potatoes are done! Now let's take an info break and have a look at the nutritional value of these delicious tubers. Since potatoes belong to the nightshade family, they can contain the toxic substance solanine. It accumulates in the green spots on the potato or around the sprouts which grow out of the potatoes. If the green spots are big, or the sprouts longer than 5 centimeters, you shouldn't consume this particular potato. If they are small, you can generously cut around them and use the rest of the potato. Potatoes make for a great carbohydrate supply if you're on a diet, since they have fewer calories than rice or noodles. But they are still satiating, since the volume is what satiates and not the calories. If you want to save even more calories, you can let the cooked potatoes cool down completely before you eat or reheat them. Because during the cooling process, resistant starch is formed, which can't be digested by the intestine. So the body takes in less calories from previously cooled potatoes than from freshly cooked ones. Cooking potatoes washes out a lot of the nutrients. So better cook the potatoes in a stew you're going to eat, bake them in the oven or fry them in a pan. If you have to cook them in water, peel them after the cooking process, because the skin protects the nutrients to some extent. Potatoes contain a lot of water and a good amount of dietary fiber. Also, they deliver vitamin B6, vitamin C, a lot of vitamin K and potassium as well. One Hasselback sweet potato has 450 kilocalories and a lot of dietary fiber. If we look at the relative amounts, we can see that additionally to the nutrients present in a classic potato, our Hasselback sweet potato explodes in vitamin E and K, and especially in vitamin A and carotene. I mean, over 500 and 800%? That's crazy! Also, because we salted the potato, there is a lot of sodium and chlorine present. Welcome back to the kitchen! Now, let's prepare another classic of Thanksgiving, sweet potato casserole. A recipe which sounds quite unusual to me, because it asks for many sweet ingredients. In combination with potatoes? Well, let's try this out and see how it tastes. To start off, we'll peel the sweet potatoes. Cut them into rough chunks. Spread them on a baking sheet and put them in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius until they are tender. After about 25 minutes, the potatoes are ready to be mashed. Now add some warm butter, milk, and crack in an egg. Mix it well. And then add sugar, vanilla sugar and cinnamon? Oh well, who am I to say what belongs into a potato mash and what doesn't? And then transfer it into a greased baking dish. Now, let's prepare the topping. Heat up a pan, cut some pecans, and give them into the pan along with some butter. And then sprinkle over some marshmallows. This recipe gets weirder by the minute. I'm not quite sure whether this is supposed to be a dessert or a real dish. Let's see. Bake it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. Okay guys, I've summed up all my courage and now I'm gonna try this. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. Cheers. It's very sweet. So I would eat it for dessert and not together with the turkey. But yeah, with the roasted nuts on top, I guess it's okay. Although I have to say, the deeper you get, it tastes really, really horrible. I mean, the vanilla sugar and the sweet potato, they just don't go together. On the top, where the roasted nuts are, that's quite okay, I would say. Not delicious, but okay. But just the sweet potato mash with all the sugar and cinnamon and vanilla. Sorry guys. So, let's see guys. Is there at least anything healthy about this? One reason why I should eat this? Let's check it out. Sweet potatoes aren't actually potatoes. They are tubers as well, but belong to the bindweeds and not to the nightshades. In contrast to potatoes, the leaves of sweet potatoes are edible. Also, sweet potatoes have more nutrients than classic potatoes, which we'll look at closer right now. 100 grams of sweet potato has more dietary fiber than classic potatoes, but also more sugar, as the name suggests. That's the reason why they also have more calories. Like we could suspect from the analysis of the Hasselback sweet potato, these tubers excel in the fat-soluble vitamins E, K, A, and carotene. One portion of sweet potato casserole has so many calories, and also quite a lot of sugar and cholesterol. The percentage cover of the recommended values show that this casserole covers a third of the dietary fiber and fat requirements. Additionally, it of course contains the vitamin the sweet potato delivers by itself. That wraps it up for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching me desecrate a sweet potato and torturing my taste buds. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. See you on the next episode of How Healthy is Thanksgiving?